real estate today. I just thought we'd have a chat about, you found the home you want, you've had your offer accepted, you've got your Pest and Building, you've got your Pest and Building report back. We've had a bit of a talk on a prior occasion about the way to read your Pest and Building report. Now I suppose it's what to do when you're thinking, oh my God, have I made the right decision? There's so many things wrong with this house. What do you say to people there, Kerry?
Look, the difficulty in buying a home, in you getting your Pest and Building report, is unfortunately the Pest and Building inspectors are regulated very heavily by the insurance companies. So you'll get a lot of would be, could be, maybe, and consult a plumber, electrician, or this, that and the other. Number one, have a chat to them. They're all reasonable people. Work out what really is the problem. We realise that you make the offer on the property based on what you can see, and I think vendors realise that as well. No one wants to sell you a home with issues, but I think sometimes things come up and people run away kicking and screaming saying you're trying to sell me, a dud house, when there's really only minimum things wrong with the property. Some of the most common things that we strike are
showers.
Leaking showers, which is quite common, particularly in homes that are built in the 80s and 90s. The wet seal only lasts for so long. Running the hot water run off from the hot water system away from the house, having the weep holes, having ventilation underneath the house. A lot of those are fairly standard things, but if you find something that is of concern, don't run away screaming. Just remember what you really liked about the property, and ask that those things be investigated. You may find that it's actually something quite minor, and there's no point in losing the home of your dreams because of some small perceived problem. So our recommendation is always go back to the agent and say, look, there's a couple of things that have come up in the Pest and Building report that I would like to have investigated, just for peace of mind. Makes perfect sense, and I'm sure that most owners will understand that as well. I mean, unfortunately, sometimes things go awry, and most owners are just simply not aware of any issues that there are.
Another thing we get a lot of times in Coffs Harbour too, I'm sure Kerry would agree, is that because of the soil we've got here, because we've got a heavy clay soil, and we've got extremes of temperature, some cold winters and also some dry times, and a lot of rain too.
A lot of clay.
A lot of clay.
Yeah.
Is the fact that on brick houses, and a lot of times you are going to get cracks, and you'll see the building inspector a lot of time doing his due diligence, of course, is going to say that you should get a civil engineer, structural engineer to look at the property.
Yeah.
Look, it's not unusual, so that's one of those things that people look at and they go, oh, I've got to get an engineer, the house is falling down. No, it's not. He's just doing his due diligence, and he's saying you should get this investigated. 99% of the time they come in, they say it's just the soil shifted, there's no structural issues with the house.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those things that if people just get the knee-jerk reaction when they first read it, they miss out on a house that's actually got nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, yeah. So number one, take a deep breath. Number two, give them a call. Number three, find out exactly what the concerns are, and then come back. Have a chat to the agent, say, look, these are my concerns, show them the Pest and Building reports, have those things investigated. You'll find that things look terrible in writing, whereas once you've actually investigated, you'll find that it's relatively minor. And once again, I say, Pest and Building people trying to do their very best, but they're very heavily regulated by their insurance companies, and sometimes these reports are really difficult to read and understand.
Another thing too, if you've got a friend who's a builder,
yeah,
when you get your Pest and Building report, sit down with your friend and just go over the report with him, because a lot of the things that to you might not make sense, to him he'll just look at straight away, or her, just look at straight away and go, it's not an issue.
Yeah.
It's something we can fix really, really easy. You can go down to Bunnings and get parts to fix that. So it's just one of those things. I suppose the crux of the matter is just don't panic and throw it all in the air and think it's all too hard. Sit down, as I mentioned this first time, sit down, have a read through it, have a coffee, have a stiff drink, then come back, make your notes down, then ring the agent and say, look, these are the things that are concerning us, because most vendors will go ahead and they'll get things investigated. And then they don't want to sell a house that, excuse me, that's got a problem. You don't want to buy a house that's got a problem, so our job is to make sure that all the parties are happy.
Communication's the key.
Yeah, communication really is the key. Okay, I think that's about it for us today. Whatever you're doing, have a great day. If you've got any questions again whatsoever, ring the team at Real Estate on 6658 60 42 and have a great day. See you later.
Bye.